It's another bedtime story from All That Chaz. And this is Disney's 101 Dalmatians, A Christmas for Giving. One winter evening, Pongo, Perdita, and their 99 puppies walked into the parlor and found a huge tree. It was fresh and green and made the room smell like a pine forest. "What's going on?" the puppies asked their mother, looking slightly alarmed. "Don't worry, dears," said Purdy. "This is just the beginning of Christmas." Roger and Anita began acting very strangely. They were climbing on step ladders, hanging shiny colored balls on the tree limbs, and arguing about the decorations. Should the treetop have a star or an angel? At last the tree was decorated. The shiny ornaments cast a magical glow about the room. That night, when Pongo and Perdita tucked the puppies into their baskets, they explained all about Christmas. It was a time when two-legged creatures like Roger and Anita showed their families and friends how much they cared for them. "On Christmas Eve, after everyone's in bed," said Purdy, "people sneak presents under the tree for those they love." "Because," said Pongo, "Christmas is about giving." "Will we get presents?" asked Rolly. "Maybe," Purdy replied. "I remember Anita gave me a new collar last year." "And I got a red ball," said Pongo. "I hope someone loves us," said Penny. "Don't worry," said Purdy. "You were loved." On Christmas morning, the puppies woke up at dawn. They crept into the living room, and sure enough, there were piles of brightly wrapped packages under the tree. "We are loved!" cried Freckles. They all dove into the piles, tossing and ripping and tearing. Unwrapping was so much fun. Lucky pulled open a box. His jaw dropped. "Perfume?" Penny dragged a spotted necktie from the tissue paper. "Now, what do I need with more spots?" she said. Freckles, looking downcast, held up a lace handkerchief. And when Patch nosed out a stained nightgown, Lucky cried, "Uh-oh." The rest of the puppies chorused, "Uh-oh." Just then they heard Roger's and Anita's voices in the hallways. "Out of here," said Rolly. All 99 puppies scampered away, hiding behind sofas, under chairs, or in the folds of the curtains. Roger and Anita came into the parlor. "What on earth?" Roger cried. "Oh dear," Anita exclaimed. Roger called, "Pongo, Purdy, where are you?" The puppies heard their parents run into the room. In their hiding places, the puppies trembled. They were in for it now. Then, like music, came Anita's peal of laughter. And Roger said with a chuckle, "Looks like we've had some help opening our gifts." After a pause, Anita said, "Wasn't that kind of the puppies?" "Let's call them in," said Roger, "and say thanks. Here, puppies. Come here, pups." The puppies looked at one another. Should they answer? Anita said in a loud voice, "There are still so many boxes to unwrap. I do wish they'd come and help." One by one, the puppies came into view, first creeping and then bounding. Yip, yip, yip. As Roger pulled packages out from under the tree, the puppies gathered round. "Go for it, boys and girls," he cried. With happy barks, the puppies tore into the bright wrappings, the tangled ribbon, the crunchy cardboard, the crinkly papers. Pongo and Purdy watched amusedly as a snowstorm of wrapping flew through the air. When all the gifts had been opened and all the papers set ablaze in the fireplace, Anita brought out a large basket. "Sorry we didn't have time to wrap these. But then," she said with a smile, "maybe you've done enough work for today." She handed each puppy a squeaky toy. From the bottom of the basket, she drew out 2 new collars for Pongo and Purdy. That night, Purdy tucked the pups into their baskets. "We like Christmas," said Pepper. "Remember I told you that Christmas was about giving?" asked Purdy. "We remember," said the puppies. "It's also about forgiving," said Pongo gently. "You were lucky that Roger and Anita had the Christmas spirit." The puppies looked at him, puzzled. "From now on, there will be no more unwrapping unless you have permission. Can you remember that?" asked Purdy. And the puppies did remember. At least until Christmas came again.